So I think I want to try and go right here and see if it's possible to explore this white star here. Because I'm going to have a third colony ship pretty soon, and I want to make sure I get some value out of it. It's going to be, well, 25 turns, so it's not going to be that soon. Let's be frank. Just progress through. We got an anomaly, we scout the planet, and it's a gas giant. Go figure. So we came upon a dud. We still have a few worlds that we can use to colonize at, though. Yeah, GNN is back. Today marks the beginning of a new segment that we're calling Racial Profiling, where we'll be doing incredibly superficial looks at these newcomers in our galaxy. Who these newcomers in our galaxy are. Ooh, what a blunder to start off with. This is my first show, so I got excuses. To start us off, we'll be taking our first look at the Rylan technocracy. The Raleigh technocracy, their state mission is to destroy all life in a known galaxy for the glory of their elder god. This almost sounds like a Warhammer story, doesn't it? A strong philosophy to hold if they want to avoid the wipe. That seems like a weird sentence. Oh, okay, they're referring to their worship there. I'm already messing this up. But underneath their slimy and evil exterior, might there be evidence of a kind and gentle people? We reached out to them for comment. Quote, "The elder god will destroy the unbelievers. He suffers not fools and worshippers of false idols. Pay us a tilt to satisfy his hunger or face the consequences." Perhaps not. Whatever the case, we think the Riley are strong contenders for this cycle's champion. Until next time, this has been GNN. So yeah, they're definitely a threat, aren't they? But how exactly they're a threat, I'm not sure just yet. And we found our next phenomenon is infested derelict. Your forces have encountered a derelict spacecraft of unknown origin. The hull appears to be intact with no signs of external damage. Most systems appear powered down, although a distinct radioactive signature indicates the ship's core is still at least partially engaged. Bioscans are returning positive for life signs. Ugh. I got a higher pitch there all of a sudden. That was bad. I don't have any way to infiltrate that because you need like ground troops to attack that, or to be able to scout it at least. So I need to come back. Well, I have freighters, so I can actually do that relatively soon, which might be an idea, considering I think there's some benefit to dealing with that. So we'll have to see. Otherwise, since we're well on our way to being besties, I think it's only appropriate that we should do a trade treaty. Of course, like I said, they require more value. I don't know if I want to do this. They are definitely going to be the one. I'm definitely going to have to get through them at some point regardless, so I'm going to say no to the deal. If you take that out of the equation, then none of it works. Put it back. No, I'm just going to piss you off. That's what I'm going to do, especially since they like their spies. So I'm going to have to be careful about what they do with their spies. Heck, isn't part of their racial traits they're bad at spies? No, not quite. They're slavers, slow breeders. So they have the ability to enslave people, which is part of their nature, considering they're mind controlling those little owl beasts there in that terminal. They're slow breeders, so they don't get population as quickly. They get better food and better production, so they can get a lot of spies if they wish. I thought they were I just figured they were bad at spying. But that appears to be not the case. Casino mines have completed, so that's going to be a top priority pretty soon to get my production going. And what do I want? I think research lab I want to do there, and then start preparing to mobilize like a fleet of some kind, because they are going to get violent against me pretty soon. And while I'm doing that, how's my population? Okay, I am now 9, so I think I was like that for a little bit, so I want to get started on my production. So we'll get that started underway, because we have a hauler to kind of make up for the deficit easily enough. And we have our first hero, Sap Groaning, Daring Idiot. That sounds promising, doesn't it? So he has a unique ship. He's basically a hero that you can hire who has benefits for your faction. In this case, he has his own personal ship. He has the USS Samson that they will use when deployed to the strategic map, which is what we're currently on. The USS Samson behaves like a normal leader transport, except that it may also engage in space combat. The vessel uses command points like a normal ship of his class. Political liability. That's certainly promising. To say that Sap Groaning isn't Daring Idiot is poor at dealing with the alien race is an extreme understatement. Having this leader on our payroll will damage your relation with every known species by 25. Okay, so this is going to be questionable choice, and fighter leader is exceptionally good at making things explode. Fleets commanded by this leader gain 30% bonus to all weapon damage. Or we know nothing about them, their language, their customs, or what they look like. Ramming speed! So yeah, he just likes to cause some problems. And I don't think, as nice as it would be to kind of use him later on down the road, I don't think I want to piss him off that much more quickly just yet. Although I still have 30 turns to get him back. Oh, what is this? We have recently received reports from several sources that a band of outlaws is operating somewhere beyond the edge of our space. Apparently using some sort of debris field as a staging area. They have become aware of our growing economy and intend to raid us. It doesn't sound like they are a huge threat, but we should be prepared to defend ourselves against any unexpected raids into our territory. In the longer term, we may find it necessary to track down their base of operations and destroy it. So this means I'm gonna get some pirates on me, so this colony ship needs to finish soon. I could almost buy it if I need to, because the sooner I get that going, the sooner I can get some ships. A large, radiated, but high, but really good, rich planet. So that's going to be a good source of population if I can deal with the fact that it's radiated. So, looking at all this, what kind of planets do I have options? We have small arid. Even though it's small, it can support like 6 populations, so as opposed to this one here, which is also 6 pop. So that's interesting. I guess it's because it's a tundra world. That might be why. I don't think I want to spread myself out too much, so I'm just wondering, where can I grab my next system? Or do I want to piss off the Corner Collective? We have a desert here. It doesn't really offer too terribly much besides delicacies, which increases my approval for each stack of delicacies, in this case 2. So we'll get 10 approval on that. Culinary delicacies are foods that are so delicious that almost any sentient being will find them enjoyable. And then gain 5% approval or happiness for each stack of it, basically. And if I could somehow get 4 of them, it would increase the approval of other races, so it would help with diplomatic. We have Diamondite, which increases health of ships. So, what can I do? I think I have no choice but to deploy at the arid system here for time being. Then at least then I can have some production going on. I think I have a couple more turns. I'm just more worried about my warden station or system there being attacked by pirates. That could be an issue. And I'm almost out of fuel, so I'm going to go back and refuel. The little blue bar here is my fuel. I think I'm going to run out before I get to friendly space. But at least it will be pretty close to the system, so it should be safe by then. I think I'll let that finish. I don't need to waste all my credits just yet. Yep, the ship has ran out of fuel, so it's going to be he's going to be hiking it back, the poor guy. It's not too bad though, because he's still making decent way. It's just gonna take a little bit of time. Colony ship is done. I guess our option is either to go... Yeah, I guess it will have to be over here at Sol 1. To make, even though it's a small port planet, it will help expand my empire a bit. It just sadly is not going to expand my territory too much. So let's see, so aeroponics farm is the easiest to build, and I'll have to build that once this farm is done. And how much can I get away with this? Because I want to get these aeroponics farms up, because they're going to help a lot. Our research lab finished, but I think at this point I'm going to need to at least build something that won't put me behind on production, since I already got 3 standard buildings for my colonies. I need something more useful. I think I need something for my ship, so I have some defensive options here for fuel cells, flares for defense against missiles, plasma cannons. We also have options for armor here. This is a tough choice. I think what I will do is go for solar armor and then get the fighter bays, possibly, to at least try out, and polymer armors for the ground troops. So that gives my troops plus 10 health on the ground, so that's basically what that is. Because particle collider is not going to be of use until later on down the road. Ion beam, I should be able to trade that in once I start getting contact with the other factions, and solar armor might be useful, so long as I'm smart about how I use it. Because solar armor is basically armor, pretty much armor, but it also generates energy for my ships there once I get to that part of the stage of the game. And I'm back in friendly space, so he should be good, and GNN is back for another interview. Thanks for tuning back in the Galactic News Network. Not like you have a choice though. Our transmitter is easily the most powerful one in the galaxy. Show off. On today's episode of Racial Profiling, we continue our exploration of the galaxy's newest FTL-capable species with a profile of the Draylock Council. The Draylock Council have entered this cycle sporting strong capitalist ideals and a pendant for murder and subterfuge. This is a strong combination that we've seen before, and we think they are certainly contenders. We've asked them for a comment. The Draylock Council is pleased to discover that we are not alone in this galaxy. There is ever so much that we might learn from one another. Don't you agree? Yes, we do. But why do I have a feeling that the Draylocks are interested in learning a lot more than the other races are willing to share? Well, only time will tell, and you can be sure that we'll report, and you decide. We get our little interviewer. He's gonna keep us up to date on everything, basically, that comes up. And he especially notifies us when the other factions tend to go to war as well, so he's gonna be handy at keeping us up to date of everything. So our ship's almost back to the station to get refueled. I just don't know where to explore next, because I kinda can only go to option of left here to explore these other regions. And that's pretty much an old system there, so it's unlikely to have an ideal system. So, with it fueled up, I might go to this blue star here, and then go intercept this red one here and scout to both of them. But anyways, how are we doing? Aeroponics farm's almost done. I will actually invest in buying that right now to spend some credits to speed up production, essentially. And then get me some ships ready to kind of prepare for the raids, the pirates that are coming. In fact, I think I want to improve my production a little bit to help with that. I can get away with less research for the time being, since I already got 3 discoveries done already. 3 pieces of tech, but all of them are structures, so... Alright, there's our first sighting. Where is it? The fleet has entered space, but I don't see it. Apparently it's over there. Oh, there's the anomaly. I'm assuming that's where the pirates are mobilizing from. Maybe what I could do is use this scout ship to bait them into Earth. Yep, there they are. They are coming after Earth, so... I think what I want to do is just get in the way there. It'll set me back a couple of turns, but if it intercepts the plan in this aggressor, I should be good. 3 turns to make it, and I think I want at least one more aggressor to defend my other systems. Then we can get back to what we were doing. And apparently the aeroponics farm was done here, so hopefully that wasn't done too long ago, because then my system would have been idle for a bit. I missed that notice. But we're back. We're making progress now, and I think what I want to do... Actually, I'll wait till the pirates are gone, because they can attack my freighters while they're busy transporting ships. Junk Field Raider. Okay, they have intercepted the Earth, so I think I'm ready to take the ship out. And this brings us to our first space combat. And it's going to be a nice, I think the odds are in my favor a little bit. I got me a starbase to kind of overlook my planet, and I got me a frigate to kind of help complement it. So first off, strategic placement, I'm going to keep it close to the starbase. Then we'll just wait for it to come in. I don't even know what weapons this thing has. It doesn't seem that scary. But the starbase is firing on, so we'll see how long it lasts. Firing artillery cannons. Alright, I'm gonna get ready to send the aggressor in, my frigate, as soon as the missiles start pummeling it. Alright, time to bring it in. The missiles are going to soften up just enough for the aggressor to get in there. Get into close point-blank range to maximize fire, and there, nice and easy. But that was just the beginning, I believe. And this is a result of her first mission there. We got ourselves some medal for this too, apparently. I get a free 20% damage boost there just because this ship was defending our territory. A word to any ship that participates in the successful defense of a planetary assault versus the homeworld. Getting 20% defense when fighting again inside friendly territory replaces the silver coin. So that's very nice. Already get a 20% enhancement to the ship, so that's going to be invaluable, I think. I don't know if I'm ready to intercept the ship, the pirates just yet, but at least now with the my aggressors up, I can defend my system. So back to what our plan was. We'll get started on my third base is hydroponics farm, because I have freighters available for it, while my faction system here basically supplies itself with food. So we're in good condition right now.